Excuse me. Excuse me. What in the world are you thinking?
Mean Gene, the first thing you need to do is to tell these people to shut up if you want to hear what I gotta say.
What up, y'all? KMB the Sexy Ninja in the place to be for C Plus Studios, and this is the New World Podcast, brother. If I sound like shit, it's because I'm sick. Yeah. A couple days before Thanksgiving and my birthday. Freaking awesome, man. This is fueled. This is powered by crazyhoodiez.com. All designs by the one and only, the almighty Big Daddy. Let's just jump right on in. Monday Night Raw in Albany, New York. It's the go home Raw for Survivor Series. War Games this Saturday. We kick off the show with Kevin freaking Owens. I know that sounds wrong, but the prize fighter, Kevin the prize fighter Owens starts the show. He is going for Roman. He says, I am going to show you, and I've said this before, if anybody's going to dethrone Roman, I believe it should be Kevin Owens. And I'm excited. I'm really excited to see where they go with that. I really want Kevin Owens to get back on top, especially with the titles on over his shoulders and everything. So this is just a preview of what we're going to get for storytelling and where we're going with story-wise and all that. But KO, baby. KO. Then he says, I did not come alone. So here comes the Brawling Brutes of Drew McIntyre, Sheamus. They're all here. But guess who interrupts? The Judgment Day. And I'm going to say this. I put this in my notes for a reason. The starting of their music, when it goes, I always get it confused. Always get it confused with Damage Control's themed music. I was like, why is Damage Control coming out here? Like, I was like, oh yeah, Judgment Day. Like the start of that little angel melodic, whatever. It's too confusing sometimes. And I'm like, oh shit, Judgment Day. No, wait, no. I was like, oh shit, Damage Control. Why are they coming out here? They're like, oh, wait. Oh, okay. But this sets up the Brawling Brutes versus the Judgment Day. Brawling Brutes get it. KO went on commentary. And then Drew went on commentary after the match. The Brawling Brutes got this. The OC is here. There was this weird spot where Sheamus knocks Dominic out. Then Dominic starts running. And Sheamus goes after Dominic. And I think the way this was supposed to be set up was I think Sheamus came too close to Dominic. And as soon as Dominic's about to hit the back to get into Gorilla and everything, the OC's music hits. And he's supposed to be like, oh, God, oh, no, the OC's here. They're going to kick my ass. Then turn around and Sheamus is right there. But Sheamus came way too close to Dominic, got to running back there. Music hits. Sheamus backs off like he's intimidated or scared. I'm like, I don't think that spot worked the way he wanted it to work. Because I think Sheamus just followed a little bit too close to Dominic. We went to the backstage with Johnny Gargano, trying to set up his match with the Miz. And he can't wait until the crazy Dexter Lumis gets his hands on the Miz and gets a contract. Johnny gets out there. The Miz comes out, dressed in a suit. He goes, he injured himself doing a TikTok. Not dancing or anything like that. He got in a fight with his cactus. And I love what he said. Yes, I have a cactus in my house because I'm rich. I was like, oh yeah, Miz. But I already called this when he's like, I already got you a challenge. I was like, Omos. It has to be Omos. And of course it's Omos. And Omos has finally got some ring gear. Like actual gear that says Omos on it. That hoodie, that half hoodie he was wearing. But he got the win over Johnny just because Miz is interfering. Miz is on commentary. We got an interview with Seth freaking Rollins coming up. They announced Austin Theory versus Bobby Lashley versus Seth freaking Rollins at Survivor Series for the United States Championship. That's going to be a banger. I just feel it, man. I feel it. We're seeing a new Theory. That's what I like. And in this interview, VIA Satellite, Seth reveals, I asked for this match. I have bones to pick. Might as well kill two birds with one stone because I'm Seth freaking Rollins. And he's going on and he talks and but I love though what he's brought up. He's like, oh, Theory, people want to try to get over and try to get on my name and why don't you give little Cody Rhodes a call, huh? What happened to him? I love his laugh. Can't do it now, but it's all right. Then Theory's backstage promo talking about hitting rock bottom is the best thing for me, this and that. And he's like, what I'm going to do to Mustafa Ali, in our match. And that sets up Mustafa Ali versus Austin Theory. And, of course, Mustafa Ali, he never gives up. He never gives up. Man. No, Theory got him, but he's angry and he's bleeding. And then Bobby, you cut to Bobby on the Tron, and Bobby's like, yo, I'm coming out to the ring. And Bobby starts cutting this long-winded promo, and I'm like, Bobby, stop, man. Like, you just need to say a few words, and that's it. Like, I love Bobby Lashley, but on the mic, on the mic sometimes, he's really, really good. This night, he was not very, very good. It was a little long-winded and whatnot. I wanted Theory to grab his mic and be like, yo, you came out here because you said you want to give Albany something, we're going to fight, and throws the mic, and then they battle. It took a long time to get to the moment of them fighting. They fight. Theory's not backing down anyway. And the best part about this, with this whole segment right here, the best part about this was when Austin Theory runs out after hitting him with the chair. And man, when he hits Bobby with the chair and Bobby no-sells, and he looks up like he's like, what in the world you doing? Fantastic, beyond fantastic, man. And just Bobby's face was the best thing about what happened right there, because I was like, oh man, Bobby no-sell that chair, you no-sell that chair. Then he chases after him, and he goes in the back, and this was the best part, is right when he's back there, Austin Theory is like kind of brawling with Mustafa Ali, who's holding his ribs and whatnot, and he grabs Mustafa Ali, throws him to Bobby. Bobby catches him, and he's like, oh, and Austin Theory runs off, and Mustafa Ali's like, oh, he pushes Bobby, and that's the best part, is Bobby's like, oh yeah, and he starts beating the shit out of Mustafa Ali. That made me pop, because it was entertaining, right? When Ali just gets his ass handed to him, and he gets it, gets choked out. So Alpha Academy versus Elias and Riddle. I still don't know where we're going with the story, but do you want to know what the best thing about this whole match was? Otis's beard is looking fabulous, stunning. And my boy Chad Gable's the mat master. You know this, man. But Elias and Riddle got the win. And I like what Otis said. That was a fluke. So you got a sheesh. That was a fluke. Keeping this rivalry going. I like the fact we're getting tag teams. Like, the tag team division is looking healthy, is looking strong. I'm very happy that tag teams are a thing. Good tag teams, too. So, we'll see where this goes with Elias and Riddle with the Alpha Academy. I don't think they're going to be on the show for Survivor Series. We had a backstage thing with Corbin. JBL still playing poker. Drew interrupts, and he punches Corbin. He's like, hey, I respect my elders to JBL, but I don't respect you. So it sets up Baron Corbin versus Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre wins, which I was kind of like, okay, I understand you can't really have Drew lose because he's in the War Games itself. You got to have Drew look strong, but I was like, there was really, I know they have history between these two, Drew McIntyre and Baron Corbin. I understand that there's history. We're trying to be like, hey, blah, blah, blah. But I just don't understand, if we're going to build Baron Corbin, and especially with JBL on his side, why lose to Drew? We could have had Drew lost in a weird way. I don't know. The OC interview in the back. Finn gets in AJ's face after it. Then a fight breaks out. A lot of fights tonight. We're trying to build that Survivor Series War Games pay-per-view, folks. We're trying to build it and saying, like, you are going to go see some fights. But you're not going to see a fight between the OC and the Judgment Day. You're going to see AJ Styles and Finn Balor, but I know there's going to be some fights breaking out on the outside. Then we have Rhea Ripley that's in the Women's War Games match, with Mia Yim in there too as well. So we're building, folks. We're building here. Bianca comes out with Alexa and Asuka. This is for the main event. And the thing I did not like here was, we're not going to get the final member of Bianca's team until Friday. I'm like, Friday's already stacked enough for a go-home show to really make it pop, for War Games on Saturday. Like, I feel like Raw needed the surprise of who's the fifth member, who's going to go into battle, who's going to go into war with Bianca Belair Asuka, Alexa, Mia Yim. Who's that fifth member? And I felt like Raw needed the surprise. It's already a 3-hour show. You're already invested in these 3 hours to watch and see what's going to happen. And we're talking about the fifth member, but we don't get it. We don't, it was just like, oh, well, I feel like this was a missed opportunity of showing us who the fifth member is so we can get even more excited for Survivor Series. And this might mean me just being sick and laying in bed watching the show and just like, but it's just one of those things where I feel like this show needed the surprise. SmackDown's okay. SmackDown's got Roman and everything like that. They got, they're okay on that end. Raw should have had the surprise with the fifth member. But we have Rhea Ripley versus Asuka, and Rhea comes out with Damage Control and Nikki Cross, and this is for who will have the advantage, and this and that. This match was pretty good. It was a nice way to end, and I've noticed lately Raw's been ending with the women, in the main event in the show, and I like that. I really do. Rhea Ripley wins though, and beats Asuka clean, and they got the advantage for the War Games match. And I felt like right then and there when the brawl started ensuing, then you bring out the fifth member. But no, it was just a brawl. I felt like the brawl was cut too short, so they had to cut to showing the cards. Like something happened time-wise to where I think the show was supposed to end with the brawl, the way the brawl is in that spot with Asuka jumping off the top rope, and your ending shot is like, look at all this chaos, all the women are on the ground, blah, blah. But I think it was cut too short. They all rushed to the finish of the show, and then they had to show the War Games matches to end, and this happens. This totally happens, man. And it's not just a WWE problem. AEW's had it too. Like when Hangman Page got himself hurt, they ended the show with them talking about the Full Gear pay-per-view coming up. So I would give this show a solid 3 as a go-home show for Survivor Series. Like it's got me excited, but it's also got me like they started off strong with Kevin Owens. They started out very strong with Kevin Owens. And talking about he is going to, he's here for Roman. And, you end the show with chaos, but no fifth member for Team Bianca. So that was a little frustrating because I'm like, where are we going? Where the fuck are we going with this? Like, who is the fifth member? Is it Charlotte? Is it la 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 la? Is it la la la? That wrestler, la la la. Sasha Banks. Or is it somebody else? If it's Candice LeRae, like everyone was talking about online, if it's Candice LeRae, I'm going to be like, you really had to save that for Friday Night SmackDown? You could have just got fucking Lacey Evans then. Or you could have got Mandy Rose. Oh shit! No wait, she's healed though. It could have been one of those things. You couldn't wait till SmackDown. I feel like it's going to be something huge. It's going to be either Charlotte or it's going to be Sasha's the fifth member, and I feel like it's a wasted opportunity not having it on this show for Raw. And it's kind of sad that you're going to have it on SmackDown because I feel Raw needed that. So this is why it gets a 3 out of 5. Tell me what you think. What was your highs? What was your lows? What made you mad? What made you sad? What made you glad? What made you all those things inside and touching the PP of the mind? After that, like and subscribe. Share with your grandma. Share with your grandpa. Share with the bum down at Walmart. Whew, I am. Ooh. Ooh. I'm not very oozy, y'all. Not oozy at all. I thought that little bit of Theraflu was going to make me feel more oozy. But no. I feel less oozy. So, yeah, like and subscribe, y'all, okay? And I'll be here for Dynamite. And everyone asking where my Full Gear review is, it's coming. It's just, I got my ass handed to me by whatever this is. Like, sore throat was really bad a couple of days ago. Couldn't even talk. Had to go into the freaking Walmart. Gargling my tongue because my throat I can't swallow anything as dirty as that sounds like. But I'm slowly getting better. All right, y'all. And remember, the New World Podcast is for life, brother.
I am the guy who took you to the limit. Not once, not twice, but 3 times. I'm the guy who, if it wasn't for your bloodline, would have ended that history-making title reign of yours.